for joining. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Gnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin iti namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, welcome everyone. Today we will learn another verse from Bhagavad Gita. I hope everyone had, most of you sent me your homework. I hope those who couldn't finish their homework, they will try to do it this week. Okay. Can I please request Barish to turn their video on, and somebody named SUNSH, please turn your video on. I'm going to share a verse on the screen and we will try to learn it today. Okay. Can everyone see my screen? So
Yes.
in verse, Krishna says, Nasti buddhir ayuktasya न चायुक्तस्य भावना न चाभावयतः शान्तिर्शान्तस्य कुतः सुखम्. Would anyone like to try and recite this verse?
I can.
Okay, please try, Nisar. You can even just read it. If you can't sing it, that's fine as well.
Nasti buddhir ayuktasya na chayutyasya bhavana na chabhavyatya santir asantya kuta sukam.
Very good, Nisar. Proud of you. Anyone else would like to try? You can just read it as well. You don't even have to sing it. And if you make mistake, that's perfectly fine as well. Would anyone like to try? Okay, no worries. Who would like to read the translation for me?
I could.
Yes, please read.
One who is not connected with the Supreme in Krishna consciousness can have neither transcendental intelligence nor a steady mind without which
there is no possibility of peace. And how can there be any happiness without peace? I'll read it again. One who is not connected with the Supreme in Krishna consciousness can have neither transcendental intelligence nor a steady mind, without which there is no possibility of peace. And how can there be any happiness without peace? So in this verse, what Krishna says, I will tell you in simple words, okay? So he says to Arjun that if you are not connected to God, you can't have spiritual intelligence, so you can't think clearly, or you can't keep your mind steady. And without that, you won't feel peaceful. Okay. And without peace, how can ever you be happy? Hmm? So Krishna is saying in this verse that if you don't have any relationship with me, you can't have spiritual intelligence, peace, or happiness. Now, you may say, what is this? Without God, can I not be intelligent? So, there are so many atheists. Atheist means, does anyone know what atheist means?
Yes,
Hmm?
they don't believe in God.
Perfect. Yes. So there are so many atheists in the world. They don't even believe in God, and they are still doing just the fine. So yes, that's a great question, and it's a very common question as well. If someone says that, come on, I don't believe in God and I'm doing fine. I have intelligence, I have peace, I have success, I have everything. But what Krishna actually means in this verse we saw, the verse number is Bhagavad Gita 2.66. So Krishna isn't saying that atheists can't solve maths problems or they can't build rockets. No, they can be incredibly sharp in their material knowledge. But Krishna is talking about something deeper. The intelligence to understand the purpose of life and the peace that doesn't go away when the problems come, and the happiness that satisfies the soul, and not just the body and mind happiness, the happiness of the soul. So that is what Krishna is talking about. So these things only come from a connection with our creator, the person who created us all. In our third or fourth session, we talked about this in very detail. We cleared the doubts of people who believe that God does not exist, and we talked about this concept of creator in very detail. So if you still have any doubt about that, you can go back and hear our previous classes. But anyways, when we have a connection with our creator, then we have the deep spiritual intelligence, peace, and happiness. Okay. So for example, there can be, maybe there is a rich person. They can buy the best food, best bed, best medicine. But that doesn't mean that they can buy health. They can buy bed, but that doesn't mean they can buy sleep. So, and they doesn't mean having so much money doesn't mean that they can have inner satisfaction. So, in the same way, someone can be an atheist and have outer success, but Krishna is talking about our inner world. Who am I? Why am I here? What happens to me after that? Where was I before this life, and where will I go from after this life? So, can I be truly peaceful after all this? We have been talking about this cycle of soul changing the body, going to the next body. So, when will I get the peace? What really happens? So, that's the kind of intelligence that asks these kind of questions, and intelligence that knows where to find answers and where to find peace. That is what Krishna gives to his devotees, right? There is a verse in Bhagavad Gita. It is Bhagavad Gita 15:15. So I will recite that verse, but don't worry, you don't have to do the same. I will tell you the meaning in English as well. Okay. So in that verse, Krishna says, सर्वस्य चाहं हृदि सन्निविष्टो मत्तः स्मृतिर्ज्ञानमपोहनं च वेदैश्च सर्वैरहमेव वेद्यो वेदान्तकृत वेदविद एव चाहम्. So he says that I am seated in everyone's heart, and I am the one who gives everyone remembrance, knowledge, and forgetfulness. He says, I am the origin of all knowledge that exists. And after knowing everything that is knowable in this world, if you don't know me, you don't know anything. So yes, even the atheist person's intelligence is coming from Krishna. The thing is, they just don't realize it. Or maybe they realize it, but they don't want to accept it. So Krishna says, I am the intelligence of the intelligent people. So in case of an atheist, God doesn't take away their abilities. He still gives them their talents. But without acknowledging God, without thanking God, they miss out on something far greater, which is a relationship with the source of everything that they have, their talents, their intelligence, their skills. I'll give you an example. Imagine you receive a letter in your letterbox, a mysterious letter from somebody you don't know. And the letter says that I want to gift you the royal mansion I have built near the beach. Here are the keys and here is the address. So you might feel very excited. You might take the keys, go to the address that says on the letter. You go there. It's a really posh palace-like house and you start living there. Will you never want to know who was the person who gifted you that house? While you enjoy that house, while your friends appreciate it when they come over, while everyone envies you because you live in such a luxurious house. Would you never want to go and thank that person? Even when we are walking on the street and some car gives us the way, we thank them, don't we? And the person, because of whom your life is so comfortable, you never even try to find them and thank them. You never thank them, you never speak to them, never ever, you never even want to know who they are. How can you be so ungrateful? So that is what life is like without acknowledging God. You are enjoying the gifts He gave, the body, the brain, your talents, your intelligence, the perfectly working body. You see the people whose hand don't work, whose legs don't work, some people's ears don't work, eyes don't work, and you see how difficult their life is. And Krishna has given us a perfectly working body with all perfect senses, a sharp brain. Every one of us has some talent or other. We are intelligent. We can remember things. So we should be so grateful. But we forget the giver who is behind all this. So in our words that we saw today, Krishna says that if you don't have a relationship with me, Krishna is God. If you don't have a relationship with God, you can't have real intelligence, peace that lasts, or happiness that lasts. So let me show you another slide. Okay. So how does this work? How does the life without God look like? So if we have no connection to God, then our intelligence is confused. You start thinking things like, maybe money will make me happy, or maybe if I get attention on social media, I'll finally feel good. Or if I get this girl as my girlfriend, I'll be happy. Or if I get this boy, I'll be happy. But those things always fade. They don't satisfy our soul. So when intelligence is confused, we don't know where the real happiness is. Then what happens? Our mind becomes restless. Your mind becomes your enemy. It battles with anxiety, pressure, comparison, boredom. We talked in one of our classes that our mind can be our best friend and our mind can be our enemy as well. So when we have no connection to God, our mind becomes our enemy. Okay. And then when your mind is restless, that means there is no peace. If you are always chasing things outside of yourself, your heart never rests. Even if you win in the life's game, you still feel empty. So there is no peace. And if there is no peace, there is no real happiness. Even if you are surrounded by your friends, fun, food, if your soul isn't connected to something deeper, something eternal, you will never feel complete. So it's like, you are eating some candy when you are starving. When you are starving, just eating little candy, no matter how favorite it is, it will not satisfy your hunger, right? So it feels sweet for a second, but it does not give you fulfillment. It does not give you nutrition anyway. So let me tell you a simple way to believe all this, okay? So without a relationship with God, you are like, imagine we are very much attached to our phone. Okay, let's take example of our phone. Without a relationship with God, you are like a phone without signal. So you're not able to use the phone for what it is made for, right? You know that phone might look good on the outside, but inside you can't make any calls, you can't have internet, you can't play any games, you can't go on any social media. All you can do is take photos and look at those photos. So there is no real connection, no direction, and there is no exchange. But when you are connected to Krishna, when your phone has the signal, then your life, then your phone becomes so active, so happening. And similarly, when you have connection with Krishna, when you have connection with God, your life lights up. Let me tell you a story. We are talking about being grateful to God and have a relationship with Him like that. So let me tell you a story of ungratefulness. Story of Indra and the big rainstorm. Does anyone know who Indra is? What does he do? Has anyone heard Indra's name in any stories or something?
Is he the son of Ravan?
Sorry, say it again, Ethan.
Is he the relation? Is he related to Ravan?
Ravan, no. Sorry, no.
He's
Indra?
he's the king of heaven.
Yes, correct. Yes. So, okay, let me start my story. So, a long time ago, in the village of Vrindavan, the people were very happy. Why? Because Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna had incarnated as a sweet little boy named Krishna in their own village. A lot of you might have seen the Little Krishna cartoon, I hope. So, you might have seen little boy Krishna and how he was favorite of the whole village, right? So they all loved Krishna, they loved their cows, they loved their land. They were all living very happily in Vrindavan. And every year they would do a big festival to worship Indra. Indra is the demigod who is king of heaven and he is in charge of rain. Okay. So the people of Vrindavan believe that Indra gave them water, so water will fall on the crops, so crops will grow and they will have grain so they can eat, and the grass will grow because of rain, so cows will eat the grass and cows will give them milk and yogurt and ghee, and they sell all these things and they get money. So they are getting their food and their money, their wealth, everything is coming from Indra. They were thinking like that. So because of that, because they were worshipping Indra every year, Indra had become very proud of his position because he was the king of demigods and he was controller of rain and everyone was worshipping him. But one year, when Krishna grew up a little bit, he asked the villagers that why are you worshipping Indra? Isn't it Govardhan Hill? Govardhan Hill is a little hill near Vrindavan. It is still there even after 5,000 years later. This story we are talking about 5,000 years earlier. That hill is still there. If you ever go to Vrindavan in India, you can still go there, touch there do a parikrama around it. Okay. So Krishna asked them that why are you worshipping Indra? Isn't it Govardhan hill and the cows that are giving us whatever we need? So we should worship them instead of Indra. So then villagers thought, yes, Krishna is right. He is so wise. Even, he is such a little boy, but he is very clever. And they all got convinced that yes, we should not worship Indra, we should worship Govardhan hill. So that year, they all prepared a huge feast and they offered everything to Govardhan hill, the cows, and Krishna. So now, up in the heavenly world, Indra was watching. He got very upset. How dare they stop worshipping me? I will show them what happens when you forget who is in charge. So, in this rage, Indra tried to destroy the entire village of Vrindavan with devastating rain, thunder, lightning, and he was aiming to crush all of them. The people of Vrindavan, their innocent animals, women, children, elderly people, everyone. He wanted everyone to learn a lesson. So Indra sent very dark clouds and lightning to flood Vrindavan. And it rained harder than anyone had ever seen. So people were scared, animals were running here and there to get shelter. But Krishna was very calm. Krishna, I will show you what he did. So a lot of you might have seen this picture. What Krishna did was he walked up to the Govardhan hill and he lifted up that giant hill with one finger, like it was like a toy umbrella. And he said to everyone that come everyone, take shelter under the Govardhan hill. Govardhan hill is the one who is giving us everything. So the entire village, the cows, children, moms, dads, everyone all stood safely under the hill. And it rained for 7 days, 7 nights, but no one got wet, no one got afraid because they were all under shelter of Krishna. And Krishna, throughout the whole time, he was smiling. So then, after 7 days of heavy rain, when Indra saw, then he realized his mistake. When he saw Krishna's power and his love, he realized that the boy who stopped this worship, his worship, Indra's worship, that boy was no ordinary boy. He was the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna himself. So he felt very ashamed. He flew down and he fell at Krishna's feet and he said, I'm sorry. I was very proud and I forgot that everything I have comes from you. Please forgive me. So Krishna forgave him because Krishna is always kind to those who admit their mistakes. So what we learn from this story is that Indra was ungrateful, proud, and he was ignorant that whatever abilities he has, they come from Krishna. So what we learn from this story of Indra is that never be ungrateful. Don't be proud of what you have. It all comes from Krishna. And don't forget the one who helps you the most, that is God. And even if you mess up, God is forgiving. If you apologize with a true heart, no matter how bad your mistake is, like your parents never stop loving you, God is also our eternal Father. He never stops loving you. So if you apologize with true heart, he always forgives. And most of all, we learn that Krishna always protects his devotees. Even if the entire universe turns against his devotee, Krishna will always be there to protect his devotee. A nice movie is coming very soon. It's called Mahavatar Narasimha. So you should all watch that movie. It perfectly shows how Krishna, to what extent Krishna goes to protect his devotee. So when it releases, I will share a message in our group and we can all, if we can go together, we can try. So, in this story, this Indra was punished because he had forgotten his relationship with God, how God is the ultimate giver of all our abilities, our talents, our wealth, and everything we have, our beauty. If somebody has a good voice, somebody can paint really well, somebody runs really fast, somebody has very good physique. It all comes from Krishna. He is the giver of all this to us. So as we said earlier, for all of us, it's really important that we have a relationship with God. And, God is not somebody we need to be scared of. That if I do bad, He will punish. If I do good, He will reward me. He is not somebody we need to be scared of. God is someone who is your best friend. God will always be with us. So, in this world, if we see in a way, everything is temporary. Even, the people we love the most people in this world, they are very much attached to their parents. Everyone loves their parents. But eventually, parents will grow old and they will eventually pass away. I am sure by now, we have talked so much about the soul's journey and everything. So it's not very overwhelming for you guys to hear that parents will pass away one day. And it's not saddening for you. You guys are strong enough to accept that, I hope. And our friends, people who are our best friend now, they will move to different places. Our elders, our relatives, they may not always be with us. But Krishna, our eternal friend, our supreme father, our well-wisher, he never leaves us. So even if we forget him, he still remembers us because he lives right within us. So even, when we make mistakes, he still cares for us because he knows the circumstances, the confusions, the fears we were going through while making those mistakes. So even if the whole world is angry with you, even if the whole world turns away, he stands by your side because he declares somewhere else in Bhagavad Gita that, as I said earlier, he lives right within us, side by side with our soul. And no matter which body our soul goes into, Krishna as super soul always comes with us. So, our parents in this life, our siblings, our brother, sister in this life, even we don't know where they will be in our next life and if we will ever have any relationship with them. But we know for sure that Krishna will be with us life after life. So that means Krishna is not just, watching us somewhere from far away. Krishna is right in our heart, listening to us, guiding us, and protecting us. So, you don't even need a phone to call him. You can just talk to him with your heart anytime, anywhere in the form of a prayer. Or even if you don't want to, go to temple or altar in your house, fold your hands and do a formal prayer. Even if you just want to have a heart-to-heart conversation with Krishna, you can do that. And that is why the safest, happiest, and the most peaceful life is one where we build our friendship with Krishna now. And how do we do that? We are running out of time, but we will quickly go through how we can build a relationship with God. Because our verse today says, without a relationship with God, we can't have spiritual intelligence, peace, and happiness. So, you might not want, we want to know how we can build a relationship with Krishna. So I will tell you guys some simple ways, even once a day, say, let's all unmute our mic and say this. Even once a day, we should say this. Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
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 Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram,
Ram
Ram
Ram,
Ram, Hare Hare, Hare.
Okay. So when we say this, we are really saying that Oh Krishna, Hare means Radharani. Oh Radha, oh Krishna, oh Ram. Ram is another name for Lord Krishna. Please allow me to have a relationship with you. Please let me serve you. Please let me come close to you again. Please help me remember you and please let me love you. So, it's like knocking on Krishna's door with love over and over until he joyfully opens the door and he says that I never left you. We can make a little Krishna altar at home, even just a picture of Krishna on a small table. We can decorate it. Every morning we can offer flowers to him. If we have tulsi plant at home, we can offer him tulsi leaves. We can ring the bell. We can light a ghee lamp or offer some incense. So, this becomes your little special Krishna corner. And if you already have an altar at home, mandir at home, you can help your parents do whatever service they do at home. Um, and in that way you can make Krishna a part of your daily life. Special thing, you can offer food to Krishna before you eat whatever your mom cooks. You keep a special plate for Krishna and you put every item in little bowls, keep special plates and utensils for him. On every item put tulsi leaf and offer that plate to him. And you go and put that plate in front of the Krishna photo or deity form you have at home, and you say that, oh Krishna, you just pray that Krishna please accept this with love. And there are mantras you can say while you do it, but we can learn them later. But for now, you can start with this great little practice. You can read or listen to Krishna stories. You can read. There are wonderful books that I can suggest. You can read about him, and when we read about something, they become a part of your thinking process. That will help you remember him. And you can talk to Krishna if you can't do any of this. Whenever you feel confused or scared, you can talk to him like a friend. Um, you can just say that Krishna, I'm scared, and you can thank him when something nice happens to you. You can just thank him. And when you are feeling angry, you can say, Krishna, please help me be kind. So this simple, honest, and loving talk to him, that is prayer. Prayer is not something very out of this world. Prayer is a simple thing we can all do. So, by doing these simple things, we can make Krishna a part of our life. And when Krishna is a part of our life, it is his promise that we will get spiritual intelligence. And spiritual intelligence will help us because spiritual intelligence is higher than material intelligence. Okay. So, it will help us in material matters, our studies, our business, our job. It will help us in those things anyway, but it will help us in higher things, spiritual intelligence. It will give us peace. It will give us happiness. So, in half an hour, I have tried to cover this great topic. I hope you all have learned something, and I hope from now on you will take little steps towards Krishna. You will try to make him a part of your daily life. And I would love to hear from each one of you what you do in the next 1 week to make Krishna, to make God a part of your life. You don't have to do all the steps that we discussed. You can do only one or two, or if you're really inspired, do all of them. And if you want to know more about it, you can please call me whenever you feel like, and we can talk about it. If anyone has any questions, you can please unmute yourself and then we can try to answer them. Anyone has any question? How was today's class? Okay, tell me. Who is new here today? Can this person, SUNSH, can they hear me? I think they are new. No? Okay. Okay, who would like to summarize today's class? Would anyone like to say 3-4 sentences about what we learned today? You can say in your own words.
I can say.
Yes, please.
So we learned to always be grateful
Mm,
and to not be proud of like what we have because it's all Krishna's.
mm,
And we shouldn't forget like who helps you. We shouldn't just like think we did it all by ourselves. We should acknowledge that Krishna like also like helped it
yeah,
and like, did all of it.
yes.
And we also about how God is like forgiving and he like even if you make a mistake he'll apologize.
Mm.
And that's it.
We should try to make Krishna a part of our life. We should have a relationship with him. Okay, because all other relationship we have, our parents, our siblings, our friends, one by one, at some stage or other in our life, they will leave us. But God is our ultimate, eternal companion. Okay, so we should never forget that relationship. Okay. All right. Hare Krishna, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate your time. I hope you learned something helpful today. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna.
Krishna.